Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of ACE Engineering College. Today we are here to give a brief demonstration about a new innovative technology being used in the present world by various industries.
Yes, you heard it correct. We are going to talk about a technique or technology which is called 3D printing technology. Right? This technology is mostly used not only by civil engineering engineers but also many others like aeronautical engineering, then pharmaceutical, robotics. So here in our ACE Engineering College, we have the 3D printer called CreateBot F430 model. Or with the help of this printer, we can develop prototypes of different elements of civil engineering background, mechanical engineering background, and various others. Right? So today our final year student approaches us to learn this 3D printing technology so that they can use it for their final year project. Right? So, yes, here I am Shibaji and he is
Muhammad Khadir, Faculty of Civil Engineering Department.
Yes, we are going to talk about this technology to our student and make them learn or make them give a very insight about this 3D printing technology. Right. So today with us two of our fourth year students is present and they want to know how this 3D printer work. So let's first hear them out. Let's please introduce yourselves.
I'm Tejasri. I'm studying civil final year.
Right. And you?
My name is Bharat Kumar. I am now continuing my fourth final year.
Yeah. Please tell me what you want to know about this 3D printing technology.
Sir, we are here to learn about 3D printing technology.
Yeah.
Sir, can you explain about a 3D printer?
So you want to know about 3D printer. So right, so have you all, I think you have done the AutoCAD drawings, right? In the AutoCAD drawings you have seen how you are doing a 2D printer. So unlike a same 2D printer, what you are doing that you are printing it on a paper. Similarly in 3D printer what we are doing, we are printing it using some material. So for example, in the AutoCAD lab, you have created a 2D model and you have executed that into a 3D form. So imagination is very, very difficult for every people, right? When we go in the market, imagination cannot be done by the clients. So instead of imagination, what we are doing in this 3D printing, whatever the execution you are going to get it, the exact 3D model, we are going to prepare it in this 3D printer. So 3D printer is a machine for construction of three-dimensional object. So it is not a two-dimensional. In this we are going to print a three-dimensional object from a digital model. So such as if you are having a complex geometries which cannot be understood by the clients and you are unable to explain that complex geometries to the clients. So what we can do with the help of a 3D printer, you can prepare the blueprint of this complex geometry and you can print this model in our 3D printer. So that will be a prototype model. Right, as introduced by sir, that is a prototype model. So you are going to make a demonstration model and you are going to explain it to the client. This is the principle or this is the working procedure what we are going to do in the 3D printer. It is simple a machine, unlike a 2D printer how you are printing. There you are printing it on a paper, but in this 3D printer we are using some material. Right, we will discuss what are that material later on, but using some material we are going to print an object. So how the object is going to look at the end. So beforehand we are going to know it.
Okay, sir. As you said that there is a complex geometry. What will be the accuracy of the complex geometry and how does it work, sir?
Right. So as you said or as you asked me about complex geometry, can you name some complex geometry which you have seen till now?
The complex geometry, sir, like Telangana Accredited and new Secondary railway station going to build.
It's a very good example you have given, like Telangana Secretariat and your new Secunderabad railway station, right? So whenever you visited there, maybe before construction or after construction, you might have seen whenever you enter to any such kind of thing or any such kind of structure, there will be some prototype made. Previously they used to made with thermocols or small cardboards, but now since the 3D printing technology is there, with the help of this, before the construction itself we can made a model right? We can made a model and portray it that how it will look after construction. So what happened, the client, the person who thinks how it will look like before the final phase of construction itself, right? Now coming to how does this work, how does this 3D printer work? So for this we have to make a three-dimensional plan, or when I say you make two-dimensional plan, you use AutoCAD, right? Here we need to make a three-dimensional plan. Three-dimensional plan, after making it, we have to put that plan, or you have to import that plan to this 3D printer, right? So when I talk about 3D, X, Y, Z direction also will be there, and this technology 3D printing, it will print not only X, Y, Z direction. So whatever the plan you will make, 3D plan, will import it in this, and this printer will start printing that. Now coming to the accuracy which you have asked, this type of machine, since is a robotic, this is done by robots, or if this is a prototype, so we can see that when you switch on the machine and when you give printing, there will be the arm which is moving to print that. In bigger scenario, they will use robotic arms. So since it is a machine, it will have very high precision. Whatever amount you will give, you will print exactly to that same dimension, right? So I hope I have cleared this two questions: what is the accuracy and what is the, and how does it work, right?
So here I would like to add a point that how does it work, right? As sir said, it is a 3D model. So you need to prepare a virtual design using a software, right? A 3D printer is having a software known as Bolt, right? So CRETware software is used. In that particular software, you need to design a virtual model. For that virtual model, what it is doing? It is preparing a blueprint. So based on the blueprint, what the printer is doing, the blueprint is given as input to the printer. So it is reading the particular blueprint what you have given. So after reading the blueprint, directly it is going to print whatever the object you have given. So simply what we can say, it is going to read and print. So how does it work, you are asking, right? So the option here, what is it, what he is taking, he is going to read the blueprint what you are giving and going to print it. So read and print, that's it.
Sir, as you said, we need to prepare a virtual design. So how the virtual design is made?
Right, how to prepare a virtual design. Right, you are using civil engineering students, right? Different engineering streams are having different virtual design softwares. Based on your design softwares, you need to prepare the virtual designs. For example, if you are from civil engineering stream, right? So you are familiar with the AutoCAD software. So in the AutoCAD, we can prepare a 3D model. Similarly, we are having a Revit software. In the Revit software, you can prepare a 3D model. Likewise, mechanical people are using Workbench software, right? And another 3D scanner software is available for us for making a virtual design. So all these entire models or entire softwares can be designed as a virtual design. After that, that virtual design is given to the CRETware software, where it will make a blueprint for that particular object or model what you are going to create.
So as you said, the 3D printer is only for engineering industries are using, or any other industries are using, sir?
Okay, so you want to know that whether it is only used by civil engineers or other than civil engineer also, what type of industries are using this, right? So being honest, mostly it is used by engineers, but other than engineers also it is used in many other departments. Let's see, in engineering, if I talk about in engineering, first aeronautical engineering, civil engineering and electrical engineering. These three are the main engineering department which are currently using 3D printer. Okay, and other than that, another engineering department, that is electronics and robotics. These departments are also using 3D printer to make small chips, small arms kind of thing, robotic arms, or many small things which can be made using this 3D printer. Now these are engineering background. Okay, now coming to non-engineering side, In non-engineering, the medical and healthcare department. Now you might be asking, sir, what type of thing we can made or what type of thing they are making using 3D printer in medical and healthcare system. So I think you have heard about prosthetic legs or prosthetic hands, right? Those things are made using a 3D printer. You can make those prosthetics, you can make injections like syringe, those things can be made in 3D printer, right? So it is not only used in engineering, but non-engineering background people are also using nowadays this innovative technology.
Sir, can you give some names? What type of models can be created?
Okay, types of models that can be created, right? As sir said, it can be used by various industries, right? In aerospace industries, they are using this to design the small components of aircrafts, right? Aircraft is a very huge structure or huge model. There they are designing the components of aircrafts. For designing components of aircrafts, we are using 3D printer, or for designing or making the prototype models of a building components such as a beam, slab or column, right? Assembling different components or making different prototype models of a building, we can use this 3D printer. For mechanical background people, they are using it to prepare small gears, right, or different shapes of the nuts, bolts, which they are going to use, or for designing some different bearing models, likewise they are using, right? Similarly, in the medicals, they are using for designing it for syringe or for the prosthetic hands, legs. This type of models can be created. Any unique model which cannot be explained, right, where you need to showcase it practically, that type of models can be printed in this 3D printer. If a model is a very huge model also, you can print it into a small number of parts and assemble that parts using small glues. It will give you the entire final object.
Sir, as you said, it print a model. So what are the materials are used to print a model?
So basically, to print a model in a 3D printer, mostly the material consists of polymers, right? You heard about polymers. So the material which are having polymer content, that only used for printing a 3D model, right? So based on different types of printer, we have different material. So for this CreateBot F430 which we have, in this printer we can print two types of material. One is PLA, that is polylactic acid material, and the second one is ABS, that is acrylonitrile butadiene styrene. So these two material only can be print in this material, in this printer. Okay, out of these two, the ABS, it require higher temperature. That means to melt this ABS material, the temperature must and should be more than 250 degrees centigrade. Whereas PLA, it required only 180 to 230 degree centigrade. So now we'll show you how a model is printed in 3D printer, and we are going to use today the PLA material, right?
Right, as said, it is a PLA material, polylactic material, right? This material is inserted into the instrument, and where at a different temperature we are going to melt this material for printing the models. So we need to insert the material in this, and after inserting the material, you can see the extruders, and we can move this in the different directions where we want to move it. You can see how it is moving. The plates will be moving in which direction you want it. You can see after placing the material, we can move the axis in which direction we want it, either in the X direction, Y direction, or if you say it in the horizontal direction or vertical direction. Right? Similarly, we can also move this plate to the top side and bottom side. You can see the plate is moving. So after placing the filament, right, you need to move this based on your model height, based on the dimensions of a model. You need to check the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and you need to check whether the filament is ready to unload it or not. Right, you need to extrude it. You can see how the filament is going to be extruded. You can see how the filament is going to be extruded. This is the extrusion. Here you can see how the filament is going to extrude, right? So this is the type of two nodules we are having for extrusion, right? One extrusion is for 260 degrees, another is for 420 degrees, and there you can see how the material is melting and extruding. So after the extrusion of the material, now your 3D printer is all set to do the printing, right? So now we need to create the model in the CreateWare software, and we need to give the input for the printer to print it. So this is the model in a USB. We are going to transfer the data to the instrument, right? It will collect the data. Once the pen drive is inserted, here he is giving you the option, click on the USB button. Here he is giving you the option, say CredBold 430 is ready for printing. You can see the option CredBold 430 is ready. So I am going to select my file. We are having different files, right? So today we have selected a model of Charminar, right? So I have selected the model Charminar. You can see here Charminar, yes. So it's going to start the printing. So now first it will take time to read the file. Once the file is ready, the blueprint it is reading, then it starts printing. Here you can see how the Charminar model is being printed, right? Likewise, we have also created some of the different models using this printer, 3D printer. We have created a Lord Ganesha model, right? You can see we have created a Lord Ganesha model for this. Similarly, we have also given a model and we have printed as ACE Engineering College logo, right? Likewise, we can go for different models, different prototype models which can be created here, right, using the software 3D models, and we are going to print it. This is some of the brief introduction. Hope the video will helpful for you and clear all your doubts. Thank you.